Do it again. And good morning. I've got a special guest. I've got a co-host this morning. This is Margie Vertrees.
Hi.
Reading interventionist.
I am.
At Floyd's Knobs Elementary.
I am.
And has been to other schools as well. So you may know Margie here. We were Ball State graduates, went to school together.
Yes.
We talked about that last time you were on the show for a little while. But we're only like a little over a week away from the Jingle Bell Run. So that's what we're here to talk about.
Yes, it's going to be a blast. Every year, Ben, I think whenever we start planning, I usually start in about July. And I think, oh my gosh, it's 5 months away. And now we are 2.5 weeks away.
Yes. And this is where you can find out more, by the way. You can go to arthritis.org/JBR Louisville. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay. But the easiest way to get there, because it pops if you just type in jbr.org/Louisville.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to do it right now. jbr.org/Louisville. Boom, right there.
And there it is.
Very good. So obviously we're going to talk a lot more about this. I've been the MC of that, the host, I guess, for 5 years, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
We've had snow, we've had sunshine, we've had it all, and it is rain or shine event.
It is. But you will be inside before the race. It is not a stand outside in the cold and wind. While you're getting ready for it, you will get to go inside. There are inside bathrooms that are always very warm. The bathrooms are always like extra warm inside the gymnasium center there at EP Tom Sawyer Park.
And that's what I was thinking about today. Like I've done so many 5Ks around the region, and there have been times I'm in a trash bag shivering in like March. You don't have to do that.
No.
You can be inside at the Tom Sawyer Event Center. I don't know what that is called, multi-purpose area. And so they've got auction. They got a tree that has giveaways. We're going to talk about that. So again, we're waiting for some more folks to get on board. We're going to have your forecast. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, by the way.
Happy Thanksgiving.
And if you're just popping on again, this is Margie Vertrees in charge of the Arthritis Foundation Jingle Bell Run for here in Louisville. So again, a lot about that coming up. Let me get a look outside, and we'll get to some of your comments popping in as well. There is a look at our gloomy conditions, kind of though. We're actually seeing some sunshine, and today is all about the cold winds that we're going to have across the area. And I'm going to be out actually golfing in this later today. So just looking forward to that.
I think you're crazy.
I think I'm crazy too, but my son's going to be a little crazy. He's going to be out. We're going to be out.
That's a pretty shot.
That is a pretty shot, looking towards the city skyline there.
There at the falls.
There at the Falls of the Ohio, in front of, what is it, Ashland Park area, New Albany, the Falls of the Ohio.
That's technically Clarksville.
Clarksville, New Albany. Looking towards Louisville.
Yeah.
So beautiful shot there. This is the Falls of the Ohio Foundation.org camera. If you ever want to check it out, they've also got the river levels there that you can take a look at too. Want to mention too, we also have some great resources here for you all of the time at extolmag.com/weather. So you can go here and you get all your weather resources. We've got live current conditions. We've got interactive radar map. Current temperature 42 degrees. That's not really going to go anywhere today. And some of the wind gusts could be up around 35 miles per hour. It's going to be blowing out there. So it's going to be like a British Open golf for me today. You can see your forecast there over the next 7-8 days, hourly forecast, 7-day forecast that I posted. We'll talk more about this with some snow chances starting to pop up. We got our weather story that I posted that gives you a kind of a longer look at the details. More weather maps, and the weather really interesting for travelers up in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes. They've got winter storm warnings up that way with some heavy snow and some winds that are like around 50 miles per hour. Thankfully, that is not happening for us, but we just have some gusty winds around our area. Big travel day. We've got you linked up here too if you ever want to check it out to Indiana. This is 511in.org. Lots of weather cameras, traffic cams. Any delays, you'll see it turn red right there. So if you got any family traveling around, want to see what the road conditions are looking like, we are looking good across the area today, at least. Thankfully, it will be dry. And look at our current, actually our weather headlines here for you. Let me pop this up real quick. And as we are moving along here on this Wednesday, November 26th, thanks for popping in the show here this morning. So our weather headlines for our November 26th, cold and windy today. Again, as I mentioned, around 30, 35 mile per hour wind gusts. That'll make it feel like the upper 20s, low 30s for this afternoon. And Old Man Winter is not going anywhere. He's here for the Thanksgiving holiday and through next week. It's going to be cold Thanksgiving, cold Friday. Lows will be in the upper teens, low 20s for any crazy people out there for Black Friday shopping in the morning. Do people still do that? That's my question.
I think everything is online so much that I think that's kind of gone to the wayside in the past 10 years because Black Friday deals start the beginning of November or at the latest the week of Thanksgiving.
Did you ever do that?
Go out on the day after? No. But when I was in college, do you remember KB Toys? So when I was in college, I worked like at KB Toys over holiday break, and I often worked the Black Friday. We had to be there at like 4 a.m. I only worked part of the day because I said, I am not working all day. I am just seasonal help.
Parents, depending on the toy that was popular, they would get crazy.
Oh, yeah. I remember one time it was like a pet thing that had, came with kittens or puppies, like this stuffed thing. And I remember there were people lined up outside of the KB Toys, and there were approximately, I think we got 20 of those in, and the first 20 people got one ticket each.
Yeah.
And that for this toy.
Back in the 80s, it was the Cabbage Patch dolls.
Yeah.
I remember we didn't have much money back then. And I apologize to my mom watching, but she made a Cabbage Patch doll for my sister. And I'm not sure it looked exactly like the real
Well,
thing.
and then there was the Furby.
There's my sister, Leah. She could talk about that. The homemade Cabbage Patch doll. Hey, we've got some comments here popping in. Good morning to Mary Dale. Good morning to Ben and Margie.
Hi.
And Beverly Haggis from Borden, Indiana. Beverly's always popping in, one of the first. Orlean coming in from Hodgenville, Kentucky. Good morning. It looks like it's going to be a cold Thanksgiving, cold turkeys. And we've got Perry Porter popping in from Borden as well. Very cool day. Keeping my coffee close by me. Hoped to get some flurries tomorrow. I think we're going to have sunshine tomorrow, but cold sunshine.
Well, you know what? My parents always say that Thanksgiving is supposed to be cold, dreary, kind of snowy, and I say that they're crazy.
I kind of agree. Like bundle up, throw the football, maybe make a fire.
I can do Thanksgiving when it's 80 degrees.
It's
outside.
the gateway to the Christmas holiday season. So,
well, the gateway to the holiday season now is Jingle Bell Run.
Jingle Bell Run. That's why Margie's here. So we're going to talk a lot about that here in just a sec. My sister, Leah, says, I see a campfire in my future. Maybe. It's going to be cold out there tomorrow. Okay, Orlean Whitlow, it was 42 degrees in Hodgeville. Right now, partly cloudy. My sister about the Cabbage Patch doll. It was close. A fair effort for my mom. She is good. She is a surgical nurse, so she's good at sewing and all that stuff. All right, so there we go. There's the comments. We're rolling along here this morning. And let's bring up to the stage. Actually, real quick, I'm going to give our viewers a forecast, and then we're going to dig into the event next Saturday that I'll be at. I actually wore this. This is why I'm wearing this. I wore this as a costume. They do costumes out there.
But last year he went as the Grinch.
I did.
And it was amazing. When he got out of the car and was walking forward, I said, oh my gosh, that's Ben Peine. I just knew. I knew about how he was walking.
I'll show you that here in a second. Let me bring this up here. This is the 7-day forecast. So tomorrow, 40 degrees for our Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, 23 Thursday night, a frigid Friday morning, 37 Friday afternoon, 42 Saturday. Now, I do have some snowflakes here. We might see a little bit of snow initially as the next system moves in late Saturday. The GFS weather model will show you that coming up in a little bit, and then that turns into rain. So I don't think we'll see a significant impact from that snow if we get some, but just kind of wet and cold. Cold rain is my least favorite weather. I'd rather it be snow. And then 41 for Sunday. There's cats running around here. We got Monday looks dry, 37, and then we might see some snow possible Tuesday. Kentucky snow maybe as well next Tuesday. So that's something to tease there. The European weather model and the GFS weather model both showing the snow chance next Tuesday. So you can see we're kind of inching into a more winter-like weather pattern with way below normal temperatures, upper 30s, low 40s, normal highs are in the lower 50s. So we are trending about 15 degrees below normal for this time of the year. So this
New Albany Floyd County Schools yesterday sent out an email mid-morning that said, as out of an abundance of caution, they are sending home Chromebooks. So every teachers were rushing around. We all were I don't have a class of my own to get Chromebooks ready, but I was making sure that everybody was assigned in my Google Classroom for my intervention groups. And if this happens and this and this and this, sending messages to teachers.
An abundance of caution.
Yes.
So I think
it looks like it's just going to be raining.
Yeah, I think we'll have school Monday. Now, Tuesday might be iffy. We'll see about that coming up. But so what Margie's here to talk about, let me show you a little bit of video. Very fun event. Again, the hour before, you've got auctions, you've got giveaways, you've got booths out there. We got holiday music, Christmas music. You stay warm before the 5K, which is different than most 5Ks where you have to shiver out there. But again, this is next Saturday, December the 6th.
2, 1, go!
I believe that is your husband, Ian,
Nice
who
job,
is
nice job, kids.
the outdoor host, I would say.
No, that wasn't.
That wasn't?
No, it was Josh who's in charge of our
Thank you for coming out.
the time, of course.
But Ian does a great job.
Yeah, he was there. He was just out of that shot, I think.
Yeah, and by the way, Ian Vertreese was, producer with Terry Miner's show for decades.
Oh, yes. It was over 20 years.
So if you ever liked Terry Miner's show, a big part of that was because of your husband.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually was just on Terry's show Monday, and we were talking about Ian. It's very, very surreal and odd to be in there now that he's not worked there in over a year. I keep looking for him. Like out of the corner of my eye, I'm looking for Ian on the screen or, wherever he is, because anytime I was ever in there since I was in college, Ian was there.
So thanks to Ian for making some great radio over the years. Yeah. And there it is.
Look at the everybody just said that.
So that was my first. Maybe not my first year.
I think this was last year. That was our shirt last year.
Okay. So on the left was last year. Maybe 2 years ago was Grinch.
No, I think you just didn't have your
I took the mask off. Yes.
To take this picture.
That's right. Okay. So I need to figure out what to wear this year. So as you can see, it's a fun event. There I am as the Grinch. That's at Tom Sawyer State Park. They're up in the northeast side of Louisville.
Yep.
And this is a big deal here. So tell us about the Christmas tree.
Okay. So there are my beautiful models, Stacy and Lindsay, two of my AOPI sorority sisters here in the Kentucky and Alumni chapter that help me. I could not do this without them. Well, first of all, Stacy on the left, you could see there, she's working a drink table. We have coffee, we have hot chocolate, we have hot tea. We will have water too. Anything that you may need to stay warm on the inside. Again, as you could see, everything is inside here. The ornament tree, Lindsay and her mom help oversee, and think of it as like a duck pond kind of pull, where you pull an ornament. There's a number to it. You pay $10. Pay $10. Every bit of the $10 goes to the Arthritis Foundation. Every one of the prizes that are on this tree were donated. You will get at least $10 back.
You're going to win either way.
Yes. So you might end up with like in my purse right now, I have a $10 Crumble gift card. So you might end up with that. But there are gift cards that are $15, $20, $25, and we even have two $50 this year.
That might be a good gift.
Yeah. Someone.
Yep.
Two people probably will end up with a $50 gift card that you paid $10 for. And all the money goes to the Arthritis Foundation for that.
Very nice. Yes.
It's fun.
It is a fun event. And you've also got the chips?
Yes. It is a timed or untimed event.
Timed or untimed.
So we do that on purpose because we know that there are some people that may be using this 5K for, training for the, mini in the spring or the marathon in the spring, the derby races and the Triple Crown racing. But this is just a 5K. And I, on purpose, when we set up, we kind of updated the course last year for 2024. I was very adamant that this needed to be an easily walkable and runnable course, because this money is for the Arthritis Foundation. This is the only event in the Louisville Metro that supports the Arthritis Foundation at this time. Their JBRs, Jingle Bell Runs, across the nation. But this one, I said, because this is for arthritis and there are people that are dealing with this. It's the #1 cause of disability in our nation. It causes over $1 billion in lost wages and in medical expenses a year. It impacts our pets. 2 kitties are running around here.
My brother and sister, my sister that popped on here, Leah Groby here, says she needs to go through my Grinch gear. But she has battled arthritis since her early 20s. And then my brother has already had a new ankle, needs a new knee. So it runs in the family. A lot of that is also tied to hemochromatosis. So they have to like let out their blood, too much iron, so that messes up their joints. And then you said I might have arthritis too, because I had the gout a couple times.
Gout is arthritis. People don't realize it, but it is. And the Arthritis Foundation, in fact, just earlier this year, I was at the national conference in Chicago back in March, and they just gave a huge grant to help fund a big gout research study. So it impacts people of all ages. It's not just an old person's disease. There are babies less than a year old that are diagnosed with juvenile arthritis. I myself don't have a specific kind of arthritis, but I have the umbrella, and I have several autoimmune diseases, and one of them is connective tissue disease. So I just don't grow good tissue in my body.
So you got pains in joints.
In joints. My this hip, my feet, and the inside of my nose don't grow. Yeah, it doesn't grow good.
I know there's some people out there watching right now that you've got arthritis issues too, or you know somebody. I mean, everybody knows somebody that has arthritis issues. So let us know, like, how you deal with it, and also join us at the Jingle Bell Run.
You will be able to do it. It is all on either their level exercise track and pavement in the park. We do not go out on the main road. So you will be able to easily walk or run it, depending on what you choose to do. There are medals for everyone that participates, and first, second, and third place men are, male and female timed medals too.
And you get to see me being a goofer.
2, 1, go.
There's a look at what I like is if you listen closely. There's a lot of jingling. A lot of jingling going on.
Yes. As you can see, some people wear their wintry running gear. Other people are dressed in their ugly sweaters, their holiday. And there's my mom and aunt walking through in their, speaking of reindeer antlers. But that's, it's just a very fun event. It is dog friendly. We want you, if your dog likes to go out and go jogging or walking with you, he or she is welcome. It's just an event that does so much good for so many people. Yeah. I like to say that I think arthritis is a forgotten disease because it's so prevalent.
And you guys have raised thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yes. I got involved really in 2020 when we did a virtual one during the shutdown. I had done it before just as a participant. But I became a planner and then became the committee chair after that. So, since I've gotten involved, we've raised, I think my kind of running total is over 200,000.
Nice.
For the AF. Yeah. I'm the type of person that I always want to say, I wish it was 250. But at the same time,
that's how you keep going.
I know. That's why I keep doing this every year. But besides the ornament tree, we have a silent auction too. Yeah. And that was something, the silent auction and the ornament tree, the executive director for this region, David Rode, he has said that we are the only JBR in the nation that does these couple extra things, and
good.
they go over really well. The silent auction, we have, I think right now, about 23 items, and it's good stuff. We have 8 passes to Millionaires Row at Churchill. We have 4 passes to Angels Envy Distillery. We've got tickets to Kings Island, Kentucky Kingdom, and Holiday World. And we have a total wine and more up to 20 people.
Wow.
For a private class. So I mean,
that doesn't
it's great.
include all the swag you can get. Bring a little bag.
Yeah.
You can get pins. You can get whatever.
From the sponsors that come, you'll visit those tables. And that's another thing. You visit the tables, you get a stamp or, initial from the people visiting. It's called your passport. You throw your passport in a basket. And this year, one person's pulled for $100 Kroger gift card. So
nice. The kids have fun. You can take pictures.
We have a kids table for coloring, hot chocolate for them. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's something that is a part of me now.
And could be helping Lillian here. I've got arthritis in the knees and the hands.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lillian.
So yeah, a lot of us are impacted by it.
Yeah,
so.
my mom has osteo and rheumatoid. And it impacts her back and like the plates in her back and her spine. So she walks with a limp now. Sometimes it also impacts her swallowing, like her RA does.
So would the disc problems in your back be considered arthritis, or is that just?
You can have arthritis, in any place that there is joint, bones connecting to other bones, you can get arthritis there, absolutely.
All right, Margie, thanks for telling us all about it. Let's give the details here. So what are we talking about? This is Jingle Bell Run, the Arthritis Foundation. Go to jbr.org/Louisville. It'll take you right here to this page. And so sign up now. Join Margie out there. It's a fun event. EP Tom Sawyer State Park, 9 a.m. is when it begins. Get out there a little earlier.
Doors open at 8.
Get out there an hour earlier or so, or half hour earlier to get in on all the fun before that. Holiday music and all that. The DJ is always fun.
Yeah, and we you can walk in and register the day of. But if you register now, we have a $5 off code THANKFUL. THANKFUL. It is good today and tomorrow.
So if I click register.
Yep, click register. So you'll have to come up with, you're going to have to. It's a free log in. So you log in, you make an account. And then there's even a virtual option too. If you say, I don't know if a 5K in December, if it's in the 30s outside for me, even if it is, I'm just going to be outside to run or walk, you can do a virtual option. And there was that red donate button on there too. Yep. So you can donate to our event. And we would, even $5 will be used.
All right. So that is, again, next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday. Head out there around 8, maybe 8:30 to get ready. And then you'll be off at 9 o'clock in the morning. Great spot. It's pretty flat.
Yeah. But if you do pre-register, we do have, if you don't have to do packet pickup, but there is a packet pickup from 4 to 7 p.m. at Swags in Middletown. They are our, pickup location. So you'll have people that come and pick up for an entire team, that are going to be there, just get their bibs that they put on themselves, their jingle bells and everything. So they don't have to wait in line the morning up starting at 8 a.m. But if you don't want to do that, come at 8 a.m.
And, again, cold, warm, rain or shine. I tried to take a peek at the forecast. It might be on the chilly side. No big surprise there, but we've had fun in the snow out there.
Yeah, we did. So. It snowed, sleeted in 2023, I think. And I remember I looked at you and I go, Ben, are you serious?
It's all my fault.
I know. Old man Winter is here and you need to tell him to go away.
There you go. The Grinch. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do this year. But thanks again, Margie, for being here and telling us all about it.
Thank you.
Just whenever you want to head out. Just don't forget to take the mic off.
Oh, well.
All right, that is Margie Wintery. She also helps kids read at Floyd's Knobs Elementary and has been in the elementary school business for
this is my 19th year.
19th year. So thanks for your service to our kids here in Southern Indiana. All right, let's get to the forecast here. Thank you very much, Margie.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
And here's a look at our stupid weather jokes of the day. So what happens when winter arrives early? Autumn leaves. These are all pun related, by the way.
That's goofy.
What did one pumpkin say to the other? You're gorgeous. That's good, right? What are turkeys thankful for on Thanksgiving? Vegetarians. That makes sense. All right, these are free jokes. These are free jokes, friends. All right, here's a look at your weather history for today as we're getting into that forecast here for you. So in 1950, Louisville sets a record snowfall for the date at 3.5 inches of snow. In 1965, multiple tornadoes damaged and destroyed buildings, trailers, and some airplanes in Indiana. In 2001, Hurricane Olga reached hurricane status and became the third named storm in November 2001, a record for the month. And in 2007, today's football game between Pittsburgh and Miami was a low-scoring game. The Steelers won 3-0 in the last 17 seconds. The low score was caused by muddy conditions brought on by day-long rain and lightning.
My Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your Steelers. How many? How many days until the earliest sunsets in 6 days? Of course, 1 day until Thanksgiving. Christmas in 29 days. Time change. So we'll get those later sunsets at 103 days. Springtime, 115 days. And the forecast here for your Wednesday, our Thanksgiving Eve, I should say, a high of 42. Basically where we are at now, we're not going to get much warmer. And feeling colder than that with up to 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The winds out of the west at around 15 to 30 miles per hour. Clearing and cold tonight, low of around 30 degrees. It's still a little breezy overnight. West wind around 10 to 20. The winds won't be as strong for Thanksgiving, but still a bit breezy. So that high of 40, probably feeling like around freezing with some 20-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And the 7-day forecast here for you down to 23 Thursday night. Very cold, a frigid Friday morning. Around sunrise in the upper teens and low 20s, 37 for our Friday afternoon. And then as we look ahead to the weekend, this system could bring some snow initially, and then maybe some rain, switching to rain overnight Sunday and early Sunday morning. I don't think it'll be a big impact if we do get some of that snow, so I'm not too worried about that. And I'm just kind of moving the camera around here now that Margie has taken off. There we go. All right, and then it looks like it'll be drying out probably Sunday afternoon and then cold again. The cold air is locked in. So 26 Sunday night, highs in the 30s, lows in the 20s next week, and we might see the potential for some snow returning to the area next Tuesday. So we're starting to talk about some snow. We're not going to go crazy about it. We're not going to post some crazy maps about the snow. We're not going to fear monger and make everybody excited. Because a lot of times it just doesn't turn out as crazy as it looks on social media, as we've seen many, many times before. I'm looking over some of the comments here. We've got Carol Payne popping in the comments. Just got back from being out. The wind makes it feel so cold. You are 100% correct about that. Beverly saying board in Henryville schools also sent home the Chromebooks. Abundance of caution. Some of the schools sent home the Chromebooks for that system this weekend. Debbie Thompson with 39 degrees right now in Tazewell, Indiana. Burr. Diana Piney, my stepmom, loving the show. Weather, not so much. I think we all agree on that. The forecast, Jeannie Peak says, the forecast inspires me to close the blinds, turn up the heat, and go to bed. I need to fire up the wood stove tonight. A reminder. Thank you very much, Lillian, for watching. We've got Dennis Gregory. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Man, it is windy in Bedford. And I'm going to be golfing here in about an hour and a half in this stuff. Judy Hoyer, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours, and happy Thanksgiving to your family as well. Lillian Lasley always got my back on the jokes, and Beverly Hagist as well. Getting to all the comments here. 44 degrees now at Lillian Lasley's house. So this is the peak of the no shave November. I've only got a half of a week before I can start to shave this off. Not too bad with the beard. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like the mustache stuff. But and Perry, I just want to say happy birthday to your amazing grandma. Yeah, my grandma turns 99 tomorrow, so we are excited about that to celebrate for Thanksgiving, and the entire family at our house. I think there's going to be like over 20 of us at our house with a 24-pound turkey that I found at Meijer. So we're ready to cook that dude up. Orly, hope you and your family have a wonderful Thanksgiving and be safe out there. All right, so it's 10:29. Of course, we talked a long time here with Margie Vertrees about Jingle Bell Run. Now let's get into the weather models real quick. I just want to show you the big stories here. Temperature's cold and the snow potential as well. Beverly, thank you very much. And my grandma does watch a lot, so she's probably seeing some of these well wishes, birthday wishes here. All right, let's bring up to the stage. All right, check it out. Big storm over the Great Lakes. That's why we are windy, my friends. So let's take a look. These lines that you see, these are lines of equal air pressure. We call those isobars in meteorology. And see how they're tightly packed? Anytime these isobars are tightly packed together, that is a tight gradient, and the wind is flowing fast around this system. And so our wind, our gradient here, the isobars, the air pressure is changing very quickly. That's why they're so close together. So each line is a measurement of air pressure going up or down. And so when they're tightly packed together, the air pressure is changing rapidly. So it is changing rapidly over our area, and that's why we have the gusty conditions over our area. Center of low pressure is up here over the Great Lakes. You've got snow on the northern half, and then the front is moving off to the east, and we are spilling in the chillier conditions across our region. So that's kind of the analysis of what's happening here with that storm up to our northeast and why we are so windy out there for today, but also not only windy, but chilly. Let's take a look at the live current temperatures across the United States showing that front. Now, it could be worse. There are colder temperatures out there. There are colder numbers. I'll go ahead and bring this dude up full screen. Old Man Winter is coming, is already here. Look at those numbers up to the northeast. 0 right there on the Montana and North Dakota state line. These are the current temperatures. So the front has, you see this blue line right there? That's the cold front. It has moved off to the east. We're looking at upper 30s here. And then again, you can see some teens, the heart of that cold air up to the northwest. So it could be worse. We could be up to the northwest, but we are getting a taste of winter. Long range outlook, my friends, is cold. We are switching gears here into a winter-like pattern. The Climate Prediction Center will have my back on this, I believe, as well. As we bring up the 6 to 10 day outlook, there you go. Blue is high confidence and below normal temperatures. Got another happy birthday to my grandma. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to my grandma. And there you can see 6 to 10 day outlook, colder than normal, the warmer air down where you'd think it would be around Florida. So let's get to the weather models here. Let me bring up the GFS weather model. We're going into the future here. And we're going to look at, thankfully, it looks like most of Saturday is dry. If you're going to some of the the festive events, like Light Up Louisville, Light Up, many towns have their festivities, their holiday festivities going on. It looks like we're in good shape for Friday and Saturday. I think Saturday evening, that might change. So I'm going to bring up the precipitation type. We haven't been able to use that so far much this year, but this shows you the different types of precipitation that we might have. And so I'm going to go here to our Saturday, the 29th. I'm going to start this off at 7 a.m. and see what's developing out to the west. So there you go. Check it out. A rain-snow mix system. Marcus, even colder tomorrow and Friday. You got it, but at least we'll have some sunshine. We're looking at highs only in the upper 30s, low 40s for tomorrow and Friday, and hard freezes at night. Looking at probably upper teens, low 20s for Friday morning. And Boyd Whitlow, have a happy Thanksgiving and safe Thanksgiving. Yeah, everybody be safe driving too. If you have any family or friends driving around, it gets busy on the interstates. I think yesterday was like the biggest travel day in the air, and today was like one of the biggest travel days on the ground. All right, Mark is saying, exciting pattern for December. Love it. Been waiting for this for a long time. A winter weather lover, it sounds like. All right, so we're looking at the weather model data. This is at 10 a.m. Monday. Let's pop this ahead to 1 p.m. The system's still out to our west. Might be sneaking in some, but much of the Hoosier State here might be getting in on some snow here. This is at 4 p.m. Now, I think this is a little ahead of schedule. The European weather model holds this off a little bit longer. I think it's going to be probably Saturday evening a better chance of some of these snowflakes. Look at that, how it's kind of divided here. Right now, it's showing Interstate 64 north, best snow potential, I-64 south, I should say, more rain. Now, we might get maybe a light coating of some wet snow. It looks like we'll be above freezing as this happens. I don't think it'll be a big impact. I think it'll be melting on contact with the roads, but some wet conditions for travelers, maybe late Saturday and into Sunday morning, something to think about there. Now, as we go into Sunday night, I'm going to pop up 10 p.m. right here. Rain, snow mix around the region. And I will say, see this transition to rainfall into early Sunday. The European weather model and the GFS and the Canadian all show a transition to rain with this system overnight and into Sunday morning. So I think it'll be kind of a brief period of that snow chance Saturday night before you can see some rain here going into Sunday morning. But there you go, a little bit of a snow potential here. Let's see if we can. This is a look at the snow depth, okay, from this system. And it shows very light amounts. So again, maybe kind of a dusting if we get that Saturday night. And then you're looking at some better snow potential. I don't like the color. I would rather see this blue and green. It kind of looks like rain, but this is actually snow. They're looking at maybe 1 or 2 inches over central Indiana out of this, and then much higher amounts of snow off to the north over the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest. That's the snow amount right there. Now, let's go farther ahead. It looks like Tuesday is another chance of some snow potential. I'm going to go back to the precipitation type. That system moves out probably Sunday afternoon. We'll start to dry out. Looks like we're dry and cold Monday. I'm going to go to Tuesday, the 2nd of December. Start this off at 7 a.m. Tuesday. Another system in the region. And maybe it starts to move in Monday night. So this is this is Tuesday, 1 a.m. Showing some mixed precipitation right there. This is 4 a.m. Tuesday morning. And notice we're on the north side of this system. So Kentucky might actually have a better chance of snow than Indiana next Tuesday. I will say there's an agreement here with the weather models, with the European weather model and the GFS showing some snow potential here Tuesday, December the 2nd. And then that system won't last long. This is going into Tuesday afternoon. It starts to move off to the east. It's also going to reinforce the cold air that is here as well. Back to snow depth with this system. It's showing 1 or 2 inch potential in Kentucky for Tuesday's system, and then less in Indiana, maybe again, just a little bit of a light coating or a dusting. So a little bit, we're starting to inch into a more winter-like pattern, and we can also see that with these bitterly cold temperatures. This is Tuesday afternoon. That's cold, my friends. Those are looking at high temperatures right there. And as we go into Wednesday morning, wow. Let's hope it doesn't get that cold, but it's showing teens Tuesday night. So my point here is that we are now in a winter-like pattern. We are in, the cold air is here. It is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. And we have to accept that reality. Basically what we're saying. There's a live look outside here with the cloudy conditions. Happy Thanksgiving Eve here. So that is the forecast. Let me do a quick recap of the forecast. And we'll cruise along here. And I'm about to tee off. Covered bridge here in a little bit. I hope we can make it through this cold day. Cold and windy out there. So wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Cold for Thanksgiving and for Friday. And that wintry weekend wintry mix. Possible, maybe a little light snow late Saturday, turning to rain. And we were talking earlier about the Jingle Bell Run. And if you want to watch the replay, I had an interview with Margie Vertrees, who runs this for Louisville. It's going to be at Tom Sawyer State Park. EP, Tom Sawyer State Park. Before the run, you can be inside. There's There's auctions and giveaways, and you can stay warm. That was my costume last year. Very festive, fun holiday event. So you can learn more about that at jbr.org/Louisville. So stupid weather jokes here. What happens when winter arrives early? Autumn leaves. What did one pumpkin say to the other? You're gorgeous. What are turkeys thankful for on Thanksgiving? Vegetarians. Weather history. I'm going to put this up at noon on Facebook. We talked about it earlier, and we have the countdown here as well. And then our forecast today, 42 degrees. Feeling colder than that with the gusty wind conditions out there, but at least we're seeing some peaks of sunshine. Tonight, clearing and cold, low around 30 degrees. Still going to be a bit breezy tomorrow. Not as windy as today. Here's your Thanksgiving forecast. Cold sunshine, up around 40 for the high temperature. Feeling colder than that. Feeling like around freezing all day. Here's your cold 7-day forecast. And so we're talking temperatures, highs in the 30s, low 40s over the next 7 days at least. And we're seeing that wintry mix potential late Saturday into Sunday. And also Tuesday, some snow potential. There you go. There it is. There's the big 7-day forecast. All right, before we take off, I want to remind you, or not remind you, I should say, I want to thank the folks that allow us to do what we do here on our live show and support our content every day. Lions Roofing, lionsroofingco.com, protecting your most valuable asset for a lifetime. If there's any leaky situations going on in your house, might want to get it checked out. Free estimates here online. They got you covered on both sides of the river. In Indiana, you can call 812-294-3595. Actually, I think on both sides of the river, you can call that number right there. LYONS, roofing, co.com. Right there. Also, our friends at Ivy Tech Community College, maybe as the family is gathered around this Thanksgiving, maybe talk about dual credit for the high schoolers. If you're not happy with your career, if you're an old middle-aged person like myself and making a career change like I have recently, they may have some resources for you as well. There are so many different opportunities. You can go to locations here, go to Sellersburg. This is kind of their landing page. You can find so much here on their webpage with the Ivy experience and all the different programs that they have offered. Clicking here on HVAC, for instance, they can tell you all about that, tell you what the salaries that you can expect, and they're going to hook you up if you head there with how to pay for this, veterans benefits, what student life is like. And they're growing and becoming a community hub right there in Sellersburg at Highway 311 and 65, 9 miles north of Louisville. Also, my buddy here, Michael Long, if you want to get a quote, there's been some price reductions on auto renewals. I know that firsthand. We've had price reductions. Also, we've added life insurance. That gave us a reduction in our monthly bill. We've had a reduction in our bill from using the app and also from student discounts. Find ways to save. Maybe get a quote here with Michael Long. Proud to be an American Star Certified Agency. Excellence in customer experience. 812-578-3072. Or just go to amfam.com and search Michael Long. It'll take you right there to their page. And again, I want to mention we've got tons of resources right here for you at extolmag.com/weather. You can go to our YouTube channel. You're going to find our live stream up right there. And also our current conditions. We've dropped a degree since I last checked. Here's the current conditions. And you can see the sunrise, sunset, moon phases, moonrise, moonset, wind gusts, all the different weather variables, daily forecasts over the next 7 to 8 days. You can feel comfortable heading to this location. You're going to get an accurate forecast any time of the day. I update the 7-day forecast every day. I spend a long time on it. So there is my latest 7-day forecast. I spend a lot of time on the weather models every day. Here is your weather story, where you can take a longer look at the detailed forecast. Also different weather maps, Indiana weather and traffic. Just a whole lot to check out. This is a fun one here. This has dozens of weather layers. If you are a weather nerd, you just click on this orange tab right there, and you're going to get hooked up with all different kinds. So this is the current cloud cover that we have across the area. It's also tied into the weather models. So you hit play down here in the bottom left. It's going to play out the future clouds or the future rain. You've got lightning layers. You've got, if you're on vacation, you've got wave layers. Winds, gusts, everything you could possibly think of right there. Final look outside at a little layer of clouds, but I think we'll see some peaks of sunshine off and on for today. And Lillian Lasley says, oh no, brr. Beverly Hayes with a happy Thanksgiving, and Orlean Whitlow not looking forward to that cold and snow. All right. We'll still keep you updated through the holidays. Thanks for joining us on Ben at 10. Thanks for being part of the weather family here in Southern Indiana, Metro Louisville, Kentucky, in the Ohio Valley, and beyond. So we'll talk more about our snow chances for the weekend and also into next week with our future live shows. So you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you later.